I once saw an episode of Family Guy. Yeah, I know that's probably not how you start a normal Naruto What-If, but I'm going somewhere with this, so bear with me. I believe the episode was called Road to the Multiverse, and in it we see Stewie and Brian traveling the multiverse. One of the worlds they happen to visit is the Disney World, and so my mind started thinking up ideas. Now, there actually was a time when Naruto was something that could be watched on Disney. From October of 2009 to November of 2011, Naruto was actually put on Disney XD. And before you ask, yes, it was heavily edited to make it fit. But you know how Naruto is, how deep it goes and the things it touches on, and the fact that Naruto ends up training with a guy who writes cheap smut novels, so Disney finally said it was too much for them and stopped butchering our boy. But all of this fun information introduced to my noodle caused me to develop an idea. And that idea was, what if Naruto had been made by Disney? So let's take a look up into the moon and see an Infinite Tsukuyomi World that Madara probably had a bit too much fun making. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at what if Naruto was a Disney movie. Only 25% of our viewers are subscribed, so if you're a fan of the video, please like and double check that you're subscribed. And with that, let's get into the video. The Fourth Shinobi World War, the Ten Tails. All of these things had weighed heavy on Sakura's mind as she fought her way through the bodies of comrades and Zetsu alike. Naruto and Sasuke were fighting against Madara. "I need to help," she said. "I need to help Naruto and Sasuke. I can't stand by and do nothing. I can't be useless," she shouted. There was a twinge of pain as she fell to the ground. She looked down at her leg and saw that the wound had started bleeding again. She was out of chakra. This would be the moment where she would use Creation Rebirth to answer that age-old saying, "Doctor, heal thyself." But not today, and not now, possibly never again. She could no longer move. She looked up at Naruto and Sasuke as they fought and lamented that she could not be there to help. But as she did, something changed. Madara ascended into the skies and gazed up to the moon. With horror in her eyes, she looked upon the celestial body to witness the tomoe of the Rinne Sharingan upon it. "No," she whispered, barely able to say anything. "We're too late." Suddenly there was a flash of light as she felt her body fall away, becoming nothing but a formless spectator in a world of her own dreams. A long, long time ago, there was a celestial fox, one so powerful that it was said that he could grant the dreams of any who asked. This fox loved humanity, and his greatest dream in the world was to listen to their wishes and make them come true. But eventually, an evil man appeared, whose eyes shined like rubies, to take the fox and keep all of its magic for himself. To that end, a brave woman who knew what was right appeared to the fox and offered to protect him. And so the powerful fox became one with the woman as she fled from the masked man to a village of brave and noble ninja. As they hid, the fox listened to the dreams of the woman's heart and found that the only thing in the world that she desired was a family of her own, a child to love and nurture. And so the celestial fox granted her wish, but sadly the masked man discovered her. The woman fled with the baby into the forest, but she had been hurt really badly. And so the nine-tailed fox appeared before her in its diminutive form. She fell to her knees, holding the baby, and smiled at it once, singing it one final lullaby before giving it over to the fox. "Take care of him, Kurama," the woman said before passing away. And that's exactly what he did. Or more, shall I say, that's exactly what I did. Yup, I'm that celestial fox. My name's Kurama, and this is a story about the bravest boy in the world. This is the story of Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto ran through the streets on his way to ninja school. As he ran past the shops, he smiled, singing a little tune to himself.
Oh, what a wonderful day. It's a day for frolic and play. A day that I spend with all of my friends and play a few pranks on the town. Oh, what a horrible day. A day where that Naruto eats but won't pay. A mischievous fox. He's a pox to us all. Hinata! Hi, Shikamaru! Such a drag. Brave and strong, we never tell lies. We fight for a world where nobody cries. We love our village and help out our friends. Deep in our heart, the will of fire begins. I'm going to school to learn what it means, what it means, what it means. It's a wonderful day to learn what it means to be a shinobi. What it means to be a shinobi. Naruto! Hi, Sakura-chan. Hi, Sasuke-kun. School's about to start. Are you coming? Of course. Let's go. What does it mean to be a shinobi? To be brave and strong. To be pure of heart.
Never leave a full bag of chips.
That's not what it means to be a shinobi, Choji.
What do you think then?
Oh, I got it. To protect what you love and always do right. To do good to everyone in your sight. To protect all the weak, both young and old.
That's the spirit, Ino-chan. That's the spirit. To be brave and strong, we never tell lies. We fight for a world where nobody tells lies. We love our village and help out our friends. Deep in our heart, the will of fire begins. To be wise, to be smart, to defend with your heart. The strength in your heart, the courage to fight. The strength to do good and to do what is right. To love all your friends and your family alike. Is that what it means? And yes, that's what it means. It's a wonderful day to learn what it means to be a shinobi. It's a wonderful day to learn what it means to be a shinobi.
The group walk the halls and make their way to class. Irika Umino appears. "Good morning, class," he says. "Good morning, Mr. Umino." Irika smiles at the warm welcome. "Today, we're gonna learn about the first Hokage and how his ninjutsu managed to protect Konoha to this very day." Irika began to explain the magical dome over Konoha. It is said that this dome has the mystical ability to keep out anyone who does not possess a pure heart. All those without a pure heart cannot cross its borders. So long as the crystal that is located in the heart of the village remains intact, the dome will remain, and those who wish to harm us will be kept at bay. Naruto listened to this with interest. He had always wondered what it was that had protected them for so long. Naruto sat by his desk and looked out the window, daydreaming of what it must have been like to live during the time of the first Hokage. There supposedly had been many wars during the first Hokage's era, but through compassion and friendship, he and his childhood friend Madara Uchiha had not only stopped the fighting and brought peace, but they had also founded this village together, which was where the Uchiha clan had come from. Naruto looked over at Sasuke. His best friend, Sasuke Uchiha, the one he considered like a brother to him, was of the Uchiha clan, the clan that Madara was the previous leader of. Naruto looked back on his life. For so many years, he lived alone, save for Kurama, the celestial fox, who had granted his mother's final wish that Naruto be taken care of. Despite this, it wasn't like Naruto didn't have family. Even if they weren't blood related, the bond Naruto shared with Sasuke was like a brother. And Sakura, she was like his sister. And though Naruto didn't have a father or mother, he did have someone like an uncle, Kakashi. Kakashi Hatake was the Jonin in charge of looking after Naruto and the rest of his team while they were on missions. Naruto may not have had any living blood relatives, but this didn't mean he didn't have family. Naruto looked over to see Sasuke sitting by his desk, his phone out, texting in the middle of class. Iruka noticed this and called Sasuke up. Sasuke attempted to put his phone in his pocket. Making his way down in front of everyone, Iruka held out his hand. "Phone, please." Sasuke looked around and then spoke, but what he said nobody but Iruka could hear. It looked like Sasuke was pleading with Iruka as if it were very important. Iruka's hand lowered and he let off a sigh. "Okay, fine, keep it, but try to pay attention, please." Sasuke smiled. "Thank you so much." He made his way back up to his desk where he sat down. He, of course, continued to text, but only every so often, and he tried to make good on his promise to pay attention. They would eventually get out of class, where Naruto and his group would meet up with Kakashi, who was waiting for them outside of the school. "What's good, team? Are you ready for another day of shinobi work?" he asked. The team all nodded with a resounding "Hi." Such vigor and ethic could do nothing but bring a smile to Kakashi's mask-covered face. "That's what I like to hear. The mission today is simple. We're going to guard a nest." Sakura raised her hand. "What's so special about this nest?" Kakashi pointed toward her. "I'm glad you asked, Sakura. We're going to be protecting a red-feathered firehawk nest. The red-feathered firehawk is an endangered species that used to be plenteous through the Land of Fire and was our national bird. However, during the First Shinobi World War, people began to hunt them because their feathers were said to boost the power of fire nature jutsu, so they were nearly all hunted to extinction. Not long ago, the third Hokage passed a law prohibiting the hunting of these creatures to help them repopulate, and it seems that two particular firehawks have decided to make their home here near the Monument of the Will of Fire. Naruto was excited. He had never seen one before, he'd only read about them in books, so the idea that they could see them up close was very interesting. Together they made their way to the Monument of the Will of Fire. This monument, set near a cemetery, was a bit jarring, but all the same, Naruto thought it was a wonderful sentiment indeed. The Firehawks were said to be the inspiration for the Phoenixes of old, and them making their home near here was as if saying that no matter how low Konoha fell, they would never be totally destroyed. They would always rise from the ashes. As they came to the nest, Kurama lighted upon his shoulder. "How pretty," the little fox said, eyes sparkling with wonder. Naruto wasn't much different from Kurama at this moment. He was in awe of their plumage. The bird was mostly red, with just a touch of white at the ends of its wings and tail feathers, as well as a small spot upon its head. "It looks like the hat that the Hokage wears," Naruto shouted. The bird seemed to jump a bit, startled by the volume of his exclamation. He covered his mouth and whispered, "Sorry, birds." Kakashi shook his head with a smile. That's because the Hokage's hat was indeed inspired by these birds. These birds are loyal to their flock, strong and free. They embody the ideals that Konoha values, so it's no wonder that our highest office should use them as a model for design. Everyone couldn't help but look at the birds with awe. Everyone save Sasuke, who was looking behind them back toward the monument and the various graves. Naruto saw him and then looked back. "No, Sasuke, you're looking the wrong way. The birds are up there." Naruto pointed to the tree. Sasuke turned back and looked to the trees, a slight look of worry upon his face. "Oh, okay." This caught Naruto's attention for a second, but he eventually forgot about it. To be frank, the bird watching also lost its savor on Naruto after the first half hour. His attention turned back toward Kurama as the two played around. All the while, Sasuke was sitting by a tree, watching them. He was texting on his phone. Kakashi walked over to Sasuke and sat down. "What's wrong? Are you bored of looking at the birds as well?" Sasuke shook his head. "No, Kakashi nodded, thinking about that again. "It'll be okay, Sasuke. No matter what happens, it'll be okay." Sasuke didn't even bother to look at Kakashi. "No, it won't." As the day drew to a close, the group would be dismissed from their duty by the next shift of shinobi, the Ino Shikacho trio and their Jonin Asuma. "How are the birds?" Asuma asked Kakashi. Kakashi smiled. "They're fine. They're just doing their own thing. Shouldn't be much longer before the chicks fly off to start their own nest somewhere." Asuma sighed. "I wish they'd hurry up and do that. I'm getting tired of spending my time sitting around a tree doing nothing all day." And so the shift change completed. The group began to make their way home. Sakura and Kakashi lived close to each other, so they broke off first, leaving Naruto and Sasuke to themselves. "So what's new, Sasuke?" Naruto asked. "You wanna play some craft miner later? I've been working on this structure shaped like a mob." Sasuke thought about it for a time. "I don't know if today's the best day for that, Naruto. I think I'm just gonna go home and sleep." Naruto was a little surprised. Sasuke was never one to turn down a rousing session of craft miner. "Are you sure? We can play creative mode if you like." Sasuke let off a small smirk but shook his head. Nah, sorry, I just don't feel like it today. Okay, Naruto said. They stopped by Naruto's house. Sasuke waved to Naruto and then proceeded to go on his way. Naruto watched him go. Kurama sat upon Naruto's shoulders with a slightly sad expression. He whispered in Naruto's ear, I don't know what this is, but I sense something's wrong. Naruto nodded. Yeah, Sasuke's acting mad sus. You know what we should do, right? Kurama asked. Naruto nodded. I do. Make him a card. Spy on him to see what's wrong. The two of them would follow after Sasuke. Both of them would use the ninja skills that they'd been taught to stay in the shadows. Naruto would peek around the corner to see Sasuke stepping into the Yamanaka clan flower shop. Is he getting flowers? Naruto asked. Kurama, sitting on his head, squinted to see. It looks like he got roses. I wonder what the special occasion is. They followed Sasuke a bit further until he stopped into another store, this time coming out with a box of chocolates. He's got candy, Kurama said. The two continued to follow Sasuke. Okay, let's see. What's next? Sasuke then stopped into a third and final store to buy what looked like a card. He took a pen and signed the card right on the spot before leaving. The two followed stealthily after Sasuke. Flowers, chocolate, and a card. What could he need with these things? Naruto asked. Maybe he's getting it for someone's birthday, Kurama said. Or maybe Sasuke has a girlfriend. Sasuke gonna be a player. Sasuke's got riz, Kurama shouted. Their little espionage mission continued until Sasuke stepped into a hospital, Konoha General. They follow Sasuke in, where he checks in with the nurse, talking to her for a moment. She smiles softly and the two hold a small conversation just out of earshot. Sasuke walked into a room and Naruto and Kurama snuck close themselves so they could see. They peeked around the doorframe to look inside. They saw Sasuke placing the flowers in a vase, laying the card next to it and putting the chocolates nearby. Sasuke then turned to sit down next to the bed in which laid his brother, on a ventilator in what appeared to be a medically induced coma. Hey, that's Itachi, Kurama whispered into Naruto's ear. What's he doing in this place? Naruto shrugged at the little fox's questions. Sasuke's hand was placed on Itachi's as his face fought to stave off tears. He spoke. I brought you the flowers you like, and the chocolates. I made sure they added extra caramels and coconuts this time. Sasuke smiled. Now, all you gotta do is wake up and eat them, okay? Tears streamed down his cheeks as his smile faltered. Itachi, just please wake up. Naruto and Kurama watched on, their hearts shattering. Why didn't he tell us? Naruto asked. Suddenly, a voice came from behind. What are you doing? They turned to see a nurse standing there, giving them quite the judgmental stare. Nothing, Naruto said. We were just checking up on a friend. Checking up? Another voice said. Naruto and Kurama turned to find themselves face to face with Sasuke. More like spying, isn't that right? No, you've got it all wrong, Sasuke. We weren't spying, we were just... Save it, Sasuke said. This isn't any of your business, Naruto. Go home. Sasuke shut the door in Naruto's face. Naruto pulled back, slightly hurt and feeling really guilty. Naruto and Kurama made their way home, with Naruto unlocking the door and opening it up. He stepped inside and removed his shoes, as was custom in the village. He walked a little deeper. Neither Kurama nor Naruto were speaking. They couldn't help but feel bad about the whole situation. About Itachi, about the fact he had caught them spying. Naruto sat down on his couch and thought about it. Naruto looked down at the little fox. Kurama, can you heal Sasuke's brother? Naruto asked. Kurama shook his head. Naruto then spoke. Why not? I thought you were powerful. You're a celestial fox who grants wishes. Why can't you do it? Kurama looked down. I don't have much magic anymore, Naruto. Naruto was confused. Why not? Kurama looked up. A long time ago, when your mom helped me escape, an evil man in a mask stole my star ball, which contained a lot of my power. Without it, I can't grant wishes. The only thing in the village that could possibly grant me the power to grant wishes would be the Heart of Purity. Naruto was confused. The Heart of Purity? Kurama nodded. A long time ago, when the village was first founded by the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, he wanted to let in the pure of heart. So he used ninjutsu to form a magical crystal called the Heart of Purity. With its power, he was able to put a dome over the village and protect it from the evil outside the village. And if you got that heart, you'd have the power to grant wishes again? Naruto asked. Kurama nodded. I would be able to heal Sasuke's brother, but I can't do it, Naruto. Naruto was surprised. Why not? He asked. Kurama continued. Because the first Hokage gave his life to create this crystal. If I use its power, it would be like robbing from him what he gave his life for. Not to mention, if I took the crystal, the dome would go down, and the village would be in danger again. We could sacrifice the whole village to save just one person. I know Sasuke and Itachi mean a lot to you, Naruto, but we can't just take the heart, Kurama said with sadness in his voice. Naruto looked down as tears dripped from his eyes. I'm sorry, Naruto. I promised your mother I'd protect you, and the only way I can do that is to ensure that the heart of purity remains protected. The day after, their mood hadn't improved much, but Naruto and Kurama would still go to school. There, they would get more of a history lesson on the Heart of Purity from Iruka. It was said that to protect the village from the Shinobi World Wars, the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, bound all of his chakra and his life force to create the magic crystal known as the Heart of Purity. This crystal was said to be the living embodiment of the will of fire that exists within the hearts of all in the village. It was said that Madara Uchiha begged Hashirama not to do this, claiming he would fight off the entire world just to protect his dearest friend. But Hashirama, feeling the conviction requiring him to sacrifice his life to protect all of his friends, completed the jutsu and bound his very will into the crystal, which now protects the village from a secret location known only to few. Naruto and Kurama listened to this story with a solemnness. All the while, they kept glancing towards Sasuke, who would look at them from the corner of his eye every so often, a subtle indignation burning within. After class, they'd be picked up by Kakashi for their next mission. Uh-oh, I sense conflict, he said as he collected Team 7 and began making his way to the tree where the Firehawks were still waiting. Sakura would sit there and continue to watch the birds as Naruto and Kurama sat away from Sasuke. Kakashi walked over to Naruto and knelt down. What's wrong? Yesterday you were so happy. You were playing with Kurama and Sakura and enjoying watching the birds, and today you act like someone's dying or something. Naruto looked up. Someone is dying. Itachi. Kakashi suddenly understood what happened. He sat down beside his student. Sounds like we need to have a talk. Are you good, Naruto? Naruto looked down. Itachi and Sasuke are like my older brothers. I love them. But Itachi is sick and I didn't know. And now Sasuke is mad at me because I snuck around to find out. You spied on Sasuke? Kakashi asked. Naruto looked down and nodded. Kakashi sighed. That was an invasion of your friend's privacy, Naruto. You should have known better. Naruto nodded again. Kakashi put his hand on Naruto's shoulder. You know, maybe he didn't tell you to protect you. Naruto looked up at Kakashi. His eyes bore a gentle kindness. You said Itachi and Sasuke are like older brothers to you. Perhaps he didn't want you to be in pain, so he didn't tell you. Regardless, Kakashi said as he looked back at Sasuke for a moment, I think you need to apologize to him. Naruto and Kurama thought deeply about what Kakashi had said and decided it was best to take his advice. He stood and walked over to Sasuke, his head lowered in shame. Sasuke looked up from his phone for a moment at Naruto. Naruto closed his eyes as he spoke. I'm sorry that I spied on you, Sasuke. Naruto sniffled a little. I just wanted to know why you were upset. I wanted to help. I'm sorry. Tears dripped from his eyes. Sasuke stood immediately and walked over. Hey, don't cry, Naruto. I'm not that mad. Naruto raised his head. You're not? I didn't know Itachi was sick. Sasuke nodded. I know. I didn't want to tell you about it, he said as tears began to form in his own eyes. The doctors don't know if he's gonna live. The truth was, they couldn't do much but pray. At the end of their watch, Team Guy appeared. Guy stepped up to Kakashi. How is my eternal rival on this fine day? He asked, giving him a wink and a thumbs up. Kakashi rubbed the back of his head with an awkward smile. Just doing a little light reading. The nest is in that tree there, Kakashi said as he pointed to the tree. Just make sure that the predators stay away. It should all be okay. All the while, Sasuke stood there. Opposite him was Neji. The two stared intensely at each other. Both were considered prodigies of their own clan, and both were vying to be recognized as the world's best ninja, so they had a bit of a rivalry going. On the reverse, Naruto and Rock Lee were in the middle of a posing contest, trying to show off whose muscles were bigger, and of course, Lee was winning. You're getting very strong, Naruto, Lee said. Continue working on the training I've given you, and by the time you graduate, you will be cut like a diamond. Naruto gave Lee a thumbs up. The team then went on their way. As was the standard, Sakura and Kakashi went home together and Naruto and Sasuke went their way together. However, as Naruto reached his home, Sasuke stopped for a moment, looked down, his hands still shyly in his pockets. He looked up at Naruto. Do you want to come with me to the hospital today? Naruto cocked his head questioningly. Can I? Will that be okay? Sasuke nodded. Yeah, I'm sure he misses you. Maybe if you come, he'll wake up. Okay, I'll come too. Naruto and Sasuke would make their way to the hospital, where this time Naruto was allowed to meet with Itachi. Naruto would pull up a chair and sit down next to him. He would put his hand on Itachi's. He could hear the hissing of the ventilator as it helped Itachi breathe. What's wrong with him? Naruto asked. Sasuke looked down. We don't know. The doctors think it's some rare autoimmune disorder that's causing his body to attack the cells in his lungs. They don't know exactly what it is, and because of that, they can't properly treat it. Naruto looked down, upset to hear this. And they don't know if he'll wake up? Sasuke shook his head. I'm hoping he gets the strength to fight back, but he hasn't been up in weeks. Naruto looked to Sasuke. Then let's sing something for him. Maybe it'll bring him back to us. Sasuke nodded.
Brother, please listen softly to my voice. Brother, please hear my words, come back to us. I was alone and you were there. You were my strength when I was weak. I am lost and scared to be without you, without a choice. When I was sad, you brought me joy. When mine was broke, you gave me all your toys. You were my light, you led me toward a future more than I could ever dream of. Brother, please hear our words, steer you home across the vast open sea of dreams. On your shoulders I once flew through the heavens. On your shoulders I once sailed through the skies. Like a bird we flew into endless bliss. But that would have been impossible without you. Oh, brother, please listen softly to my brother, please come back to us. Please hear our voice and let our love guide you. Now let us guide you across that endless blue. Just as you let us ride your shoulders, please let us steer you back to the earth. Please let us carry you upon our shoulders. Oh, brother, please. Oh, brother, please. Hear my voice. Most of all, brother, please. Open your eyes.
They sit there, still holding his hands in theirs, their eyes looking closely at Itachi's face, but to their disappointment, there was no change. Tears streamed down their cheeks. It didn't work, Sasuke said. We can't give up. We can't give up. Let's try again. Brother, please, stop, Sasuke shouted. I can't sing it again. I can't take it. I need to accept the fact that he's not gonna wake up. Don't talk like that, Sasuke, Naruto said. He will wake up. We just have to believe it. Sasuke shook his head. I don't think that's gonna work this time, Naruto. Can I just have some time alone with him? Naruto looked down as he stood. I understand. He touched Itachi's hand one more time. I'll see you later, Itachi. Naruto left. Sasuke sat there with Itachi for some time, simply crying. Whether it was reality or not, he didn't know, but he opened his eyes at some point and saw a man standing in the middle of the room with them. A man with a swirling mask. Sasuke stood with shock, nearly falling over and hurting himself. Who are you? He asked. The man looked down at Itachi for a moment and touched his foot from the end of the bed. Someone who can help you. Sasuke pulled a kunai and threw it at the man, but it passed clean through him. Get your hands off Itachi, he said. The man raised a finger and waggled it through the air. Is that how you treat the only person in this hospital who can save your brother? Sasuke was confused. What? The man continued. Indeed, I can save your brother. With this. The man raised his hand to show a single orb, a glowing pearl at about the size of a donut in his hand. Sasuke looked at it. What is that thing? This is a Hoshi no Tama, a star ball. a mystical artifact that once belonged to a race of celestial foxes, said to grant any wish in the world. And it still can, including the wish to heal your brother, even the wish to raise the dead. Sasuke looked at him with cautious curiosity. And what, you're gonna heal him? The man nodded. Indeed. But I require something on your part. Sasuke looked at him with worry. There was no way this could be good. What is it? I need you to find the heart of purity and destroy it. Sasuke seemed a little confused. Why me? Why don't you just do it yourself? Because I'm not truly here. What you witness now is but me connecting to you through the world of dreams with the power of this starball. I cannot affect anything within the dome. Because your heart is impure, Sasuke asked. Is anyone's heart truly pure? I will use the power of this wish-granting starball to heal your brother. All I ask is that you help me get in to do it. Sasuke looked around to see if this was a prank. So what? You can tell me you want me to do it, but regardless of even if I want to do it, I don't know where it is. I can't destroy what I don't know about. The man laughed a little. You know about it. You've passed by it every day for the past few years. Where do you think one would put the living embodiment of the will of fire? Sasuke thought back for a moment and it became clear. Inside the will of fire monument. The man smiled with his only visible eye. Yes, there. Destroy the statue, find the heart, smash it on the ground, and lower the dome. Then, I'll heal your brother. Suddenly, Sasuke was brought back into his own body as he awoke. He sat there and began to wonder if it was all just a dream. No, it couldn't have been. It was all so vivid. It was so real. There was no way it was real, right? And even if it was, could he actually do anything about it? Would he? The night was dark. He made his way back to the memorial where the bird's nest had been. In Sasuke's hands was a sledgehammer. He walked over to the memorial. Am I really gonna do this? Deface this monument over a dream? He looked down at the sledgehammer in his hands. There's only one way to know if this dream was real. Only one way. Sasuke took a deep breath and suddenly began swinging the hammer. There were audible pings and cracks as he struck into the stone monument. It began to fall apart. He continued to do this for about an hour until there was nothing left. Sasuke growled. There was nothing there, he shouted. It was only a dream. I defaced this monument for nothing, he shouted in anger. He threw his sledge down and turned to leave, but before he could, his eye caught something. He looked back at the stone to find the glow of a ruby-colored gem. Within, there seemed to be an orange glow, like fire. This was the heart of purity. This was the will of fire. It was so beautiful, but he had to destroy it. This thing had offered the village its protection since the foundation of the village itself, and now he was asked by someone to destroy it. How could he? How could he destroy it? How did he know that this wasn't a lie? He was about to put the entire village at risk just for the chance to save his brother. He looked down at the ruby once more. To save my brother. He lifted it above his head and threw the gem down as hard as he could, smashing it to pieces, whatever orange flame that had been burning within slowly fizzling out. He looked up. Slowly, the dome began to lower, leaving Konoha open. All the while, Naruto and Kurama were asleep. Naruto was laying sprawled out on his back in bed, snoring. On Naruto's chest, Kurama was sleeping in the same position, but he suddenly woke up and sat up on Naruto, the force of his footsteps waking Naruto up. Naruto opened his eyes to see a man in a mask standing in his room. Who are you? Naruto shouted as he grabbed the baseball bat beside his bed, standing up on the mattress. Naruto, get away! Kurama shouted. This is the man who stole my star ball. The masked man presented the ball to them, raising his hand to show it resting on his palm. You mean this ball? Give that back, Naruto shouted. The man clutched it tightly. Why would I do that? I'm not finished using it yet. Naruto jumped from the bed to strike the man, but the man knocked him to the side. Naruto, Kurama shouted. He then turned to face the man. You messed up, buddy. Kurama used some of his magic to grow to about the size of an English Mastiff, and he proceeded to pounce on the man, biting into his arm. The man cried out, Stupid mutt! He threw Kurama against the wall. I've spent too long trying to track you down, Celestial Fox, and now I'll take the remainder of your power. He pressed the starball to Kurama's chest, pulling out the remainder of his magic. Kurama cried out as his size reduced down to that of the small fox he had been only moments before. The man looked into the glowing orb in his hand. I've done it, he laughed. I've finally done it! He would continue to laugh nefariously as he walked into the wall, disappearing. Naruto would crawl to Kurama's side. "Kura!" he cried out. He looked at the fox. "Kurama, are you okay?" Kurama was panting, his eyes closed. "Kurama!" The next day, Sasuke had been waiting in Itachi's room the entire time, but sadly, the man never appeared. It's not like he was surprised. I put the village in danger for nothing. He sat there and looked at his phone when suddenly a group text popped up. He looked into it. It was a sloppy text from Naruto, all caps and full of typos. It said, "Guys, help, Kurama's hurt." "What happened?" Sakura had replied. "Some guy in a mask with a weird orb broke into our house last night and hurt him. I don't know what's wrong, please, help." OMW was all that Kakashi had typed. Sasuke felt his heart drop. The man had double-crossed him. He never planned to heal Itachi. He merely wanted the dome down so he could. Sasuke realized it. He remembered that the man said he had taken the star ball of a celestial fox. Could it be? Could he have meant Kurama? Sasuke stood and put his hand on Itachi's. "Big brother, I'm so sorry, I've gotta go. I've made a mistake and I gotta try and fix it." Sasuke ran out. Sasuke ran down the road until he made it to Naruto's apartment. Kakashi and Sakura were already there. Sasuke walked in and saw the group looking at Kurama. Sasuke saw the little fox and his face turned pale. "What happened?" he asked. "Kurama's hurt," Sakura said. "Kurama, will you be good?" Kakashi asked. Kurama was panting. He looked up at Kakashi. "No, my star ball and my magic were taken from me. A celestial fox can't lose those things." "What's gonna happen to you?" Naruto asked. Kurama panted a bit more. "At this rate, I'm going to die." Sakura almost seemed as frantic as Naruto. "No, can't we save you? What if we get your star ball back from the masked man? Would that work?" Sasuke asked. Kurama took a moment to reply. "Yes, it would, but you're not gonna be able to. He possesses all the power of a celestial fox." Naruto picked Kurama up and pulled him into his embrace. "Then I'll find one," he shouted. "Naruto, you can't. They crossed the skies. They've become one with the heavenly court." Naruto hugged tighter, tears dripping down his cheeks. "Then I'll cross the skies too. I'll go to the heavenly court myself. I'll do anything. Just please, don't die." "How will you do that, Naruto?" Kakashi asked. Naruto didn't know. He honestly didn't. But he had to try. Anything. "What do we do, Kurama?" Sakura asked. Kurama's eye opened slightly to look at her. "Mount Tengoku, at the Tori Gate, the Shrine of Inari. If we go there, we might encounter a celestial fox." "And where is this Mount Tengoku?" Kakashi asked. "Land of bears," Kurama said weakly. Kakashi thought about this. The land of bears. "That's where Hoshigakure is." "Hoshigakure?" Sasuke asked. Kakashi nodded. Hoshigakure is the name of a shinobi village. The village hidden in the stars. They're a close ally with Konoha. If anyone knows where Tengoku Mountain is, it'll be them. Sakura sat there. "What will happen to the village now that the barrier's gone?" Kakashi shook his head. "I do not know. But I do know this. If we manage to meet a celestial fox, perhaps we can wish to have a new barrier. Let's focus on finding this village first." And so the group gathered their things together and began to venture out. "Wow, it's strange being out of the village," Sakura said as she walked. They all continued to walk, stopping only momentarily to eat or sleep. When darkness came, it grew too dangerous to continue their trek, so they would build a campfire with which to rest. Everyone would try, save Naruto. Naruto merely kept Kurama in his arms, where he would lightly stroke and scratch him behind the ears. Each of Kurama's breaths were labored. He was fighting valiantly just to survive. Sasuke saw this and felt as if he were going to have a panic attack. "I did this," he said within himself, his own conscience accusing him of it. "In an effort to save my brother, I let this happen." He took a deep breath to try and calm himself. "I can't tell Naruto. I can never tell Naruto. If I do, he'll hate me forever. I can never do it." The morning after, they got up nice and early. Together, the team of 4 continued their trek toward the land of bears. They managed to make their way through the valley and entered the village. It was small compared to Konoha, but it was beautiful. It was nighttime by the time they got there, but by simply looking up, one could understand how it came to be known as the village hidden in the stars. They would ask for an audience with the Hoshigake. Upon being granted their appointment, they would ask for help in finding Mount Tengoku. "I cannot help you," the Hoshigake said. Kakashi was surprised. "Why not?" "Because it's a sacred site, home of the goddess Inari and her servants, the celestial foxes." Naruto stepped forward. Please, sir, we need to get to Mount Tengoku. My friend, he's sick and dying. He needs the Celestial Fox's help. The Hoshigake stood from his seat and made his way down to Naruto. I'm sorry, child, but I cannot allow anyone up there to disturb the foxes. It's been off limits for a long time, ever since one of the foxes was attacked by an outsider who stole their starball. Naruto's eyes widened. That's this one. He showed him Kurama. This is Kurama. He's the Celestial Fox. The Hoshigake looked down on Kurama for a moment. Please, Kurama said in a weak voice. The Hoshigake was shocked. This is a Celestial Fox. He would turn back. Sumaru, where's Sumaru? I'm here, my lord, the shinobi said. The Hoshigake would bring him close. Please, guide these four to Mount Tengoku, to the Inari Shrine. Lord Kurama has returned to us. The shinobi was startled, but nodded. Okay, thank you so much, Naruto said. Sumaru would lead them out of the village, and toward Mount Tengoku, where he would help them find the only way up. They moved through the forest until they found a torii gate. Beyond that was a clearing that seemed to lead to another torii gate at the end of what appeared to be a cliff. This is the path to the night skies, Sumaru said. It's forbidden for me to go any further, but you may. Go up and set your friend down on the altar and see if he is blessed by Inari. Naruto nodded. Team 7 rushed to the altar below the torii gate. It was no more than a stone slab. Naruto held Kurama close to him and laid him down on the slab. Please work. Please work. Come on, this has to work. This has to work, Naruto mumbled under his breath. Kurama remained motionless. Why isn't it working? Kurama laid there for a moment. Slowly, his breathing came to a stop. Naruto picked the little fox up in his arms and cried out with every ounce of anger, sorrow, and pain in his heart. Great foxes, why didn't you do anything? He cried so loudly that it felt as if he might blow his voice out. Sasuke burst into tears. Naruto, I'm sorry, this is my fault. I was approached by the man with the starball. Naruto sat there, confused, tears still falling from his eyes. What? Sasuke looked up. I swear, I didn't know he was gonna hurt Kurama. I was at the hospital with Itachi and I had a dream, and in it he said he could heal him. He said that the power of the Celestial Foxes could heal him, and all that I had to do was destroy the Heart of Purity and he'd come and do it. Wait, you were the one who destroyed it? Kakashi asked. Sasuke bowed his head as he cried bitter tears. I'm sorry, Naruto. I'm sorry. I never meant for this to happen. Please. Naruto laid Kurama back down on the slab and touched heads with the fox. Sasuke leaned forward, his tears dripping down upon the fox. A moment later, though, Sasuke felt a hand on his shoulder. He looked back and saw a woman there with blonde hair and a fox's ears and tails. Inari. She walked to the altar and knelt down where Sasuke once was. She put her hand on Kurama with a smile. Kurama, you've done so well. You've granted so many wishes. What is your wish, though? There was silence for quite a while. She smiled. I understand. It was then that she pulled from her kimono a new starball. She handed it to Kurama. Suddenly, he gasped for air as his eyes shot open. Naruto gasped as well. Kurama! Inari smiled. She then walked to the edge of the cliff. Young one, who bears the trust of the Celestial Foxes, I ask only one thing. Naruto looked to her. What is it? I ask that you reclaim the power stolen from us. The man in the mask even now attempts to use his stolen starball to grant only his own wishes. Reclaim that ball. She then seemed to turn to stardust and fly up to the heavens like embers from a flame, disappearing. Kurama sat up. Sasuke fell to his knees and picked up the little fox. Please, Kurama, forgive me for what I allowed to happen to you. Kurama put his paw on Sasuke's cheek. No, Sasuke, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I wasn't able to grant your wish. But I promise, we're going to stop the masked man. We're going to save the village, and when we do, I'll make sure that your brother gets better. Sasuke hugged the little fox as hard as he could, something that Kurama was sure to mention. Naruto picked up the starball left there for them by Inari. Sasuke sat Kurama back down, who turned and walked to Naruto. I can't do this without you, Naruto. Naruto smiled. I'll do everything I can to help you. He stood and turned back to face Kakashi and Sakura. As they walked off, Kakashi couldn't help but ask, what was your wish, Kurama? Kurama looked over. Huh? Your wish, Sakura said. Inari granted your wish. What was it? Kurama smiled. It was to stay here, with you guys. Kurama jumped from Naruto's shoulder. What are you doing? Naruto asked. Now that I have my Celestial Fox magic back, I can use my abilities. We need to get back to the village soon before the masked man uses the star ball to grant his wishes. Now, everyone grab one of my tails. The group does as commanded. Suddenly, they're covered in golden light. They ascend into the sky. Staying close to Kurama, they fly through the air at incredible speeds. I see the village, Kakashi said as he looked forward. They landed at the gate. Where is the masked man? Sakura asked. Kurama used his ability to see 1,000 li. He searched the village for this man. He's at the Will of Fire monument. They raced to the monument to find the masked man standing there. He looked at the broken statue for a moment. He turned back. Oh, I see you managed to heal your little fox. But if you think that means anything, you're sorely mistaken. With this star ball, I possess the power of a celestial fox, the power of a god. With it, I can grant any wish I could ever desire. I could even end war entirely. You're too late. We're not too late, Sasuke shouted. We're going to defeat you and take back that ball. The man smiled. I would like to see you try. And with that, Team 7 launched at him. Naruto came in swinging, but he was pushed to the side. Sasuke tried to attack the man with a kunai, but the man dodged and swept his feet out from under him. Fools! You can never defeat me! It was then that Kakashi rushed in with his Chidori. Kakashi's hand struck the man, but did no damage. Kakashi was stunned. What? The man's body was covered in a golden light. I can't believe that you thought you could defeat me! I possess the power of a celestial fox! What do you have? We have each other, Naruto said as he stood. Kurama climbed onto his shoulder. Naruto, what happens next is very important. I need you and the others to hold hands. Naruto nodded. Team 7 gripped each other's hands as they faced the masked man. Suddenly, Kurama flooded them with his power, giving them each golden cloaks of light. With this newfound power, they charged. They struck the man from different angles, more attacks coming in than he could block, more angles than he could avoid. Naruto flew into the air and came down with his fist right into the man's face, shattering his mask and knocking him to the ground. The star ball that was in his hand went rolling. Hey, wait, I know this man, Sakura said. This is Madara Uchiha? Kakashi was confused. Wait, Madara Uchiha? Wouldn't he be old by now? Naruto shook his head. No, he had that, he said, pointing at the star ball. But why would Madara want to do this? Sasuke asked. Madara was one of the founders of the village, one of its protectors. Why would he want to destroy it? Madara sat there. I never wanted to destroy it. I just had one wish that I wanted granted. Just one. I wanted to have my friend back. Naruto listened. What do you mean? Madara continued. When we founded the village, Hashirama was afraid that our peace would be disturbed by wars, so he hoped to protect the village by using all of his chakra and life force to create the Heart of Purity. Madara looked up with tears in his eyes. My friend died to protect you, and I just wanted him back. I heard there was a celestial fox who could grant any wish. I wanted that power. I wanted to take it. With the star ball and with the celestial fox's power, I could bring my friend back and protect the village from war. But when I took the ball, there was a woman there. She fled to a village near Konoha where I managed to track her down, but before I could get the fox, it fled into the village hidden in the leaves, and because of that, I found myself unable to grant wishes. By that time, I could no longer enter the village. I wasn't pure of heart. Madara shook his head. I just wanted my friend back, and to protect the people I love. Am I really so bad for that? Sasuke thought about it. He thought about how he had smashed the Heart of Purity and put the village at risk, nearly leading to Kurama's death, all for his own selfish wish to save his brother. He and Madara weren't too different, it seemed. Sasuke knelt down in front of him. Yes, you were wrong to do what you did. We both were. But we have a chance now to make up for what we've done. We can fix the damage we've dealt, and we can help grant the world the wishes that we tried to hold to ourselves. He offered his hand to Madara. I know how you feel, Madara. My brother's sick. He's dying. And I thought that having my wish granted was all that mattered, but I hurt so many people along the way for it, and I became a person that my brother wouldn't recognize. I'm sure you've become someone that Hashirama Senju wouldn't recognize either. But we can change. We can choose to be better. All you have to do is take my hand. Madara sat there for a moment. I really did mean to do good. Sasuke nodded. I know. And so they pulled Madara to his feet and Kurama claimed the second star ball. He would then resume his true form, that of a large celestial fox. He would look down on them. Each of you have grown in your own way, and each of you, though misguided, possessed an innocent wish. I'm moved by your convictions and emotions. I will grant them for you. Kurama would grant the wishes asked of him. For Madara, he would resurrect Hashirama Senju and would restore the heart of purity. He would heal Itachi and cure whatever had made him sick. And for Naruto, well, he did something special. He returned to him his mother he had lost at a young age. The day after, Kurama would return to his diminutive form. His wish too would be granted. The wish to remain with Naruto and his friends for good.
Today's a good day like every day. The power of love is astounding. Life sends you hurdles, but you keep on fighting. Excitement keeps your heart on pounding. When things feel so wrong, you feel so much pain. You feel like you won't ever make it out again. You wanna give up, but you know you can't. There's always light at the end, you just can't comprehend. All you have to do is believe it, believe it. You're sure there's no light left to shine. Believe it, believe it. You know things will turn out alright. Believe just it, believe it. Even if you think you lose, believe it, believe it. All you have to do is believe it. If you ever get behind, just picture it in your mind. Even if you can't see it, all you have to do is believe it. The world will try to fight you. It cheats and hurts and it tries to break you. Don't ever give up. All you have to do is believe it, believe it. You're sure there's no light left to shine. Believe it, believe it. Can you believe it, Kurama? Believe it, believe it. You lose your courage, don't you get this? Believe it, believe it.
Look down deep and find your spark, maybe buried in your heart.
Believe it, believe it. Your burden is sure to be. Believe it, believe it. All you have to believe it, believe it. You're sure there's no light left to shine. Believe it, believe it. All you have to do,
All you have to do.
all you have to do is just believe.
Suddenly, Sakura was aware of herself again. She was aware of her wounded leg and the pain in her body. She gasped awake as she looked into the daylight. Was that a dream? Was that the world Madara was really fighting for? She looked down at her leg and saw the blood. She gripped it. It didn't take long for a medical nin to find her and begin attempting to heal her. It looks like it's infected, but we should be able to heal it. You're gonna be all right. Sakura laid there with a sigh. That dream was a freaking nightmare. And I think that's scene. I won't lie, I had one heck of a time writing this one. I was having so much fun, letting my mind run wild, jumping on Disney-style tropes. Hilarious. One of the things I loved most about it though was the freedom it gave me to do whatever I wanted. It was a little tough because I had to consider what would or wouldn't be censored by a Disney children's movie. I hope I stayed true to it, but regardless, I had a lot of fun. For Kurama in this story, I took a lot of inspiration from classic Japanese mythology in relation to the Celestial Foxes. I hope you enjoyed that too. If you did, feel free to click that like button and let us know. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified about our newest content as it drops. Until then, peace out.
Did you enjoy our video? Well, then be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi. And make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.